Hi, survivors. It's me, Purple Zan. Y'all, I just want to come talking to y'all briefly about these Democrats, that ugly, nasty political party, allegedly, and the stuff that they do. See, now out there in New York, Mayor de Blasio was the worst thing for New York City. Republicans and Democrats felt that way. Mostly Democrats felt that way. But the thing that tripped me out about a lot of these Democrat cities and states and the people that follow these people and vote for these people, they have a problem with the Democrats' agendas and all these different issues and problems that they bring that plague the community that the citizens themselves have to deal with. All that stuff Mayor de Blasio did was a setup. Left the city in shambles. Record-breaking crime numbers, all that, defund the police, getting the police off the streets, all that, getting those hardcore criminals, releasing them out of the jails, all this nonsense foolishness is like, how do these leaders do that? That's why I say they setting us all up for failure. Now you get a new mayor who's also a Democrat, Eric Adams. I didn't even get hopeful, and I don't play that race card. I don't care if you're black or white. If you're not doing the right thing for the people, I don't deal with you, period. You know what I'm saying? But now they done brought him in now. This is his first month in there, and look at this, what's already going on. New York City Mayor Eric Adams allows non-citizen voting bill to become law. See, this is another reason why them Democrats, allegedly, at the beginning of their election, at the beginning of them getting office, started letting all these illegals, they flood them in. Flood them in. And y'all, don't get me wrong. I don't have problems with people coming over here legally, because a lot of these people are criminals. A lot of these people were sick with the illness. A lot of them were sick with TB. I seen it for myself. This ain't nothing I'm just hearing on the news, y'all. Y'all know I travel. I was seeing it for myself. Mostly in Texas, mostly in New York, and going through all these states of Georgia, Alabama. A lot of the red states, I didn't see it in a lot of the red states, but Texas a lot, because, our borders are right here on the Mexican border. North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Washington. I was seeing it. Busloads, people, them on buses. I was seeing them in the planes when I was flying. I was seeing them everywhere. So this is something that's really serious. Now they're saying millions of them going to be able to vote in New York. They're going to vote Democrat. This is another reason why the Democrats brought them in. So Democrats have a plan, y'all, to be in office for many, many, many years. We already see what's going on with them now. And if we allow this, we just doomed. We are doomed. And I was hearing other reasons also why they was bringing them in, also because of organ harvesting, allegedly, human trafficking, allegedly. So it's not only safe for the U.S. citizens, it's not safe for a lot of them. They dealing with demons. They have no idea. They thinking, we coming to America. We going to be presented with all this opportunity. And a lot of them may not even make it. It's a lot of other different things that's going on that I'm hearing about, allegedly. So I'm just read this article briefly. It says, New York, more than 800,000 non-citizens and dreamers in New York City will have access to the ballot box and could vote in municipal elections as early as next year, after Mayor Eric Adams allowed legislation to automatically become law Sunday. Opponents have vowed to challenge the new law, which the City Council approved a month ago, unless a judge halts its implementation. New York City is the first major U.S. city to grant widespread municipal voting rights to non-citizens. More than a dozen communities across the U.S. already allow non-citizens to cast ballots in a local election, including 11 towns in Maryland and 2 in Vermont. Non-citizens still wouldn't be able to vote for president or members of Congress in federal races or in the state elections that pick the governor, judges, and legislators. The Board of Elections must now begin drawing an implementation plan by July, including voter registration rules and provisions that would create separate ballots for municipal races to prevent non-citizens from casting ballots in federal and state contests. It's a watershed moment for the nation's most populous city, where legally documented voting-age non-citizens comprise nearly 1 in 9 of the city's 7 million voting-age inhabitants. It's also why there's a lot of crime going on there. Not just them, but a lot of regular citizens, but there's a lot of crime going on in New York City. I mean, crazy stuff. The movement to win voting rights for non-citizens prevailed after numerous setbacks. The measure would allow non-citizens who have been lawful permanent residents of the city for at least 30 days, as well as those authorized to work in the U.S., including Dreamers, to help select the city's mayor, city council members, borough presidents, comptroller, and public advocate. The first elections and non-citizens will be allowed to vote in 2023. We'll build a stronger democracy when we include the voices of immigrants, said former city council member Yanis Rodriguez, who led the charge to win approval for the legislation. Rodriguez, who Adams appointed as his transportation commissioner, thanked the mayor for support and expects a vigorous defense against any legal challenges. I mean, it goes on and on. Adams recently cast uncertainty over the legislation when he raised concerns about the month-long residency standard, but later said those concerns did not mean he would veto the bill. While there were some questions whether Adams could stop the bill from becoming law, the 30-day time limit for the mayor to take action expired at the stroke of midnight. This should let people know what he's doing. I already knew. I said, man, if he's coming in with them Democrats as a Democrat, he's going to push their agendas. I already knew this here. And that's why I was further concerned about a city I used to love so much, New York City, and accomplished so much. I still love the city because of the things and the opportunities it has given me. Being in New York, I've been able to invest in real estate. I've been able to be in a lot of major productions, do music in a big way, tour with major artists, be in major magazines. The city has really blessed me a lot. But these politicians are destroying it. They have destroyed New York. They are literally destroying New York City, and it's the Democrats, allegedly. It says, Adams said he looked forward to the law bringing millions more into the democratic process. I know you do. I believe that New Yorkers should have a say in their government, which is why I have and will continue to support this important legislation. Adams said in a statement released Saturday night, he added that his earlier concerns were put at ease after what he called productive dialogue with colleagues. Former Mayor de Blasio had similar concerns, but he did not move to veto the measure before vacating City Hall at the end of the year. Praise God. Opponents say the council lacks the authority on its own to grant voting rights to non-citizens and should have first sought action by state lawmakers. Some states, including Alabama, Arizona, Colorado, and Florida, have adopted rules that would preempt any attempts to pass laws like the ones in New York City. At this point, y'all, to be honest with you, I don't know why people go out there and vote. I'm being real. Allegedly. Y'all voting people that's coming in there destroying you. Now, Mayor Bill de Blasio, he's going to go down in history as the worst mayor in New York City ever. Just like this president we got in the White House right now, allegedly. He's going to go down as being the worst president. I'm telling you, people already feel that now. These Democrats don't give a damn. Forgive my language. It's just I get passionate with this because I don't like what they're doing. They don't give a dog on. They don't care about their polls number dropping. They don't care about how you feel about them, how you view them in the public. They dare to usher agendas that's anti-American, anti-freedom, anti-humanity, pure madness and insanity. Y'all take heed and precaution, man. These politicians are ruining people's lives, and it's crazy. At this point, I don't see why we were depending on the government and why we listening to them, allegedly. And going and doing all these things they're asking and telling us to do because they don't have our best interests at heart. And these are the same people telling us to run down there and do this and do that and another. And look how they're messing up our lives. Watch the world, watch the weather. Give me a thumbs up, please. Smell your water. Purify your water before you use it. Follow me on my other platforms and also for Patreon for raw, unfiltered content that I can really say what I want to say and survivalism classes every week. Keep surviving. ZanHerald.com.